What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Teen Catalyst podcast. I do these live on Wednesday afternoons, and then I drop them as an audio podcast on Friday mornings. So if you can catch a live video, that's awesome. Right now, I'm live on my Facebook page, Empowering Forward Momentum. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm also live on Float. It's a cool new platform. You should definitely go check it out. If you haven't already, if you're there, awesome. Make sure you connect with me. I'll drop a link where you can find me on Float. I'll drop that in the show notes when I release the audio as a podcast. So, have you ever had those days that you start out thinking the day is going to go a certain way? You've got certain things you're going to get done, and you dive into it, and then something pops up, and you have a change of plans, and the day just doesn't go like you expected. Let me figure out how to turn off these notifications. I know there's a way in here to do that. I don't see it right now. Manage notifications. Oh well, we can move through that. That was just an email coming in. Hopefully Facebook won't ping me or something. I'll get some messages. Well, if you've had any of those days, you know what today was like for me, kind of. So my normal morning is wake up, start my coffee, and my dog likes to go outside, so I'll let her out the door. That happened today. Well, what was different about today was that a couple hours later, fortunately, I was still home and my wife was still home today, didn't have any cleaning jobs. But she came back around and I noticed she had a gash on her leg. Now, if you get queasy about things like this, animals with, cuts and bruises and all that, don't watch this. And for you that are on the audio, I'm sorry you can't see it, but I'm going to share something with you. Right here. No. Okay, here we go. If you can see that, it doesn't look as bad right there on the screen, but that gash is about 2.5 inches long, pretty well clean to the bone. She didn't act like she was in a lot of pain. We did put some stuff on it, and it she didn't like that very good, went whimpering off and tried to hide. Well, we let it go for a couple of hours and got to looking at it again, and it kind of started looking a little bit worse. So we decided to take her to the vet. Well, here's the outcome of that vet visit. Looks a lot better, a little more cleaned up. They did some shaving of the hair around it so they could actually work with it. It took 3 layers of stitches to close that up. It was that deep. So as you can imagine, that was quite the hefty vet bill. $375, believe it or not. So after that, brought her home. Here she is, resting quietly, trying to nurse herself back to health. But I think she'll be okay. She's a tough dog. She handled it well. I think she's doing good. We take good care of her, of course. But let's jump right into the main topic of today's show. 9 habits of successful people that every teen should learn, that every teen should master. These are things that successful people do. It's hard to know exactly what it is that makes any particular person successful. Like, you can't pinpoint this is what drove this person's success. But you can tell by observing people who have what we like to call success, who are successful. You can tell, you can observe their life and realize that these people all have these certain things in common. And so I've got some slides here I'm going to share with you. And I typically read through my slides because I hate when somebody shows slides on the screen and they're saying different words than what's on the screen. And so I don't know, do I listen to them or do I read what's on the screen? And so I find it helpful if someone shows slides, they actually read them. So that's what I'm doing. If you don't like that thing, I'm sorry. But let's jump right into it. 9 habits of successful people that every teen should master. So there's no way to know exactly or precisely what it is that makes some people successful, but we can learn a lot by examining those people. Often, not always, but often enough to matter, high achievers exhibit similar habits and behaviors. And we talked about that. 9 habits that I'm going to show you show up over and over again in success stories. So if you want to be more successful in life, these behaviors are an excellent place to start. Number one, and I talk about this one a lot, a lot, a lot. They set goals. And I'm not talking about New Year's resolutions because we got New Year's coming up in just a couple of weeks. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about true goals. Now, I did a podcast a couple of weeks ago about setting impactful goals. So go back and check that one out. I think you'll like that. It goes along well with this one. But number one habit is setting goals. Successful people know what it is that they want. And more than that, they actively set goals in order to get what it is that they want. Having goals just in your mind doesn't really count. You've got to write it down and then break it down into an action plan. Moving to number two. Habit number two is they stay healthy. Staying healthy is key on the road to success. If you're not healthy, how are you going to succeed? A proper diet, solid exercise routine, and getting enough sleep are 3 of the most powerful things you can do to stay healthy. Being healthy lets you focus on the pursuit of success and not worry about getting sick or fatigued. If any of you, most of you who follow me know that I was pretty sick for a few weeks there. I was not moving ahead towards my goals. I was flat on my back for 3 weeks and down and out for another 3 or 4 after that. It was a good 8 weeks before I was anywhere back to normal, able to work normal, do things like normal. And so maintaining your health is super, super key in pursuing your goals, in reaching and achieving the life you want to live. And by the way, if you're catching the replay, drop hashtag replay in the comments and let me know which one of these habits you struggle the most with. I actually, as I was going through these, I was checking off way too many of them. Health is one of the biggest ones. It's one that I do fairly well at. I don't have a good exercise routine yet. So I got to implement that part of it. Let's go on to number 3. Habit number 3 is they face their fears. Successful people face their fears. Now, we all have fears, and fear is one of the biggest roadblocks to success. So just think about things that you might have missed out on at one point or another because you were too nervous to take that chance. We've all been there and done that. Like, I want to try this thing, but I'm just too afraid of how it's going to go, or I can't do it right, or what will people think of me? We've all been there. But successful people don't let that hold them back. They feel fear just like the rest of us, but instead of giving up or backing down, they just face right into the fear. Habit number 4, they learn. They're continually learning. Now, it's kind of a shame that school ends so early in our life. Well, kind of a shame that learning ends so early in our life. Now, you know what? Learning doesn't have to end. Some people feel like the end of school means that they're done learning, and that should not be the case. Nothing is further from the truth than you can't learn outside of school. You can learn. Your most effective learning is done outside of school, at least for me anyway. A commitment to lifelong learning will propel you towards success by keeping your mind sharp and your skills up to date. Habit number 5 is they stay organized. Now, there's a handful of geniuses who are able to create and think surrounded by a mess. Those people are few and far between. The rest of us normies, a cluttered space is just a huge distraction. This is one for me. I'm fairly neat. I have stuff in a semi-organized pile. You wouldn't want to see what's behind and around my computer screen right now. But you save time and energy and boost your focus if you keep your space more neat and tidy. Moving on to number 6, they keep balance. Successful people stay balanced in life. So, what's the point of being successful if you don't take the time to enjoy it? Right? I mean, if you're going to have all the money or all the things or live the life you want to live, if you're going to get there and be successful, why not enjoy it? Hard work is important. It is. It takes a lot of hard work to get the things you want, to reach your goals. But you have to remember to relish the good times along the way. Excuse me. Having a life balance keeps your energy levels high and it gives you something to look forward to besides work. Not many people look forward to work, but that's a topic for a whole nother podcast. Habit number 7 is they take time to think. This is one that I would love to do more of. And I could do more of this. But unfortunately, I'll instead scroll through Facebook or MeWe or Float or Instagram or TikTok, or I waste the time that I could think. But successful people take time to think. Do you ever take time to think? Successful people do that. Excuse me. They know that being successful means continually thinking, what next? What am I doing next? What am I working towards? If you want to be more successful, take 20 to 30 minutes a day, just quiet time, thinking by yourself each and every day. Habit number 8, they surround themselves with inspiring people. That might be close friends. It might be a mastermind. It might be your church group. It might be your youth group. But surrounding yourself with people that inspire you. Successful people do this, and they make a point of it. Not maybe these people will inspire me. They seek out the people that inspire them, and they work hard to be around them more. If you want to be successful, it helps to have those successful friends and the doors that they might open for you. Besides that, having successful friends inspires you to more greatness. You learn what makes them tick, and it's never a bad thing to have a like-minded social circle. And last of all, number 9, they plan their day. You ever get halfway through a day and you're like, what should I do next? Successful people don't do that. They take time to plan their day because they know that the time invested will pay off. Just a half hour, taking a half hour to plan your day could save countless hours of wondering what to do next. Do it. Do it every morning. I challenge you. Plan your day, plan your week. When I stay in the habit of doing that, I don't always, but I try. When I stay in that habit, my days go so much better and so much smoother. So if you're wondering, where do I go from here? How can I start implementing these habits? You got to take action now. Just start. Set a goal. It doesn't got to be a huge goal. It's not going to be something really big and massive and like, but just a small goal. Set a goal, whatever it is that you set for yourself to achieve. Break it down into smaller goals. Those smaller goals are your action plan. That's what you need to do moving forward. And then think about what it is you want to learn. What kind of person do you want to become? What skills do you want to gain? Whatever those things are, now is the time to start. Choose a topic of interest. Figure out what books or courses or classes or whatever it is can help you learn more about it. There's many free courses online. There's YouTube University. There's Odyssey, which is another great one. There's all kinds of social learning programs online, often free. Even the local library, which not many people utilize anymore, they've got a lot of books that you can check out for free and learn all kinds of different things. And then last of all, start thinking. Choose a time. Try to keep the same time each day to do some quiet thinking, just to sit there in silence. Hard to do in today's world, I know, but turn your phone on airplane mode or silent mode or something and set it to the side for a few minutes and just think. You don't have to plan about what to think about. Like, okay, today I'm going to think about whatever. Just think about whatever comes to your mind. Like, let it flow. Let the thoughts flow through. Think about ways that you can improve your life, your career, or if you have a business, your business, or how you can impact the lives of other people, how you can use your skills and habits and all your talents to impact somebody's life, to make a difference. So let me know, drop a comment below which of these habits you're going to start working on, which one that you're going to take action on tomorrow, today. Whenever you hear this, what are you going to take action on right now, as soon as you finish this video? The first thing you should do is share this video with a friend, because everybody needs to know these. We all want to be successful and we want our friends to be successful. So as we become more successful, we can help others around us become more successful by sharing with them what we've learned. That's what I do. I learn these things. I want to share them with you guys. I want to make a difference and impact people's lives. And so I share with you these things. Hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Drop a comment, send me an email, whatever that might be. That's ken@teamcatalyst.com. So again, I'll drop my link on Float where you can connect with me. You can always find me on Facebook. Do good work.